Hey MLWB fans, it's Adam Taylor here, your commissioner of the league. I was I just super bored, and I decided that I'm gonna do a little talk show today. Uh, so I don't know how long this will be. It'll probably just go on till I run out of thoughts, I guess. So Johnny got back today, and he was cleared for taking the cast off. I am very excited to be able to have him back on the field and to be able to play with him. It's going to be, I can promise the Bomber fans that it is going to be a great season. And I would look forward to seeing us make it to the end. Um, on another note, Johnny playing yesterday, I honestly thought, because some of you guys were like, well, how did you feel about his pitching and stuff like that? I honestly, I thought he was doing pretty well. For the first time of him pitching against a live batter, he did pretty well. Johnny, I'm going to admit it. I'm sad to admit it because it's my personal fault. He did not do much rehabilitation and training when it came to pitching or batting at all. We just never had the time to, because once he felt comfortable doing it, it was literally like 2 days before we left to go on vacation, and blah blah blah. So he didn't have it down yet. He just wasn't in the groove. So for him to not pitch that long to a live batter for what would probably been about a month and a half, that's pretty good. He did pretty well. 13-9 final score, I think, if I remember correctly. Izzy was straight up dominating, and I'm going to talk about her in a second, but Izzy is doing good. Now, Johnny being able to only bat one-handed. Guys, that's got to suck. We do that in actual baseball, like the step through drill, and we do forehand, backhand when we're batting on the tee, doing tee work, stuff like that. That is, you're not supposed to do it with a heavy bat. Now, this is a plastic bat, right? So it's super simple, super light. Not to Johnny. Johnny, it is new to him. Um, basically, I really think that Johnny had trouble getting used to not being able to use his other arm when he's pitching, because he's always been taught to not only aim with his hand, like his left hand, but to also aim with his elbows slash shoulder, and then to pull, and then he's used to pulling his, hooking his arm up, the left arm up, and pulling it in as he goes to turn around and throw. So that really took off a bunch of his momentum when he was pitching in the velocity. So he wasn't pitching that fast, but he wasn't pitching that accurate at first. Come to the second inning, he already gave up about 4 points. He started off pretty bad again. Not bad, but was not doing too hot. Next thing you know, he gave up about 4 runs, bases loaded. You know, most of them were walks. Some of them weren't even hits, but walks. And then next thing you know, he starts batting very, very well. And then next thing you know, Izzy decides she's gonna start hitting. Next thing you know, it's 9-2. It's 9-0. Johnny's held down in the bottom of the third. Well, it's bottom of the second, no hitter. Izzy strikes him out. One, like, up and up. And, he just. It was very, very sad kind of to watch, to see, because we all know that he's trying his best to make a comeback here. But he really, I think, was trying his best. I could see that. Next thing you know, top of the third, Johnny's pitching. He's wheeling and dealing. He gives up barely any runs. And it's just like, wow, that's good. Then Izzy comes up. He still has a no-hitter against Johnny, bottom of the third. I mean, like, and Johnny, like, excuse me, guys. In my opinion, I think because me and Maddox were Maddox went to home plate. I started at home plate in the beginning of the game, and then he moved to home plate in the second inning, like the bottom of the second, top of the third, bottom of the third. He really did. Like, I think he honestly thought that Johnnie was done for. 9-0, literally no hitter. This legendary pitcher right now was just found in a weak spot at the moment. And he's being no hitted right now by what used to be probably the worst player in MLB I've ever seen stat wise. Uh, Johnnie started hitting. He got no hitters. Or he was being no hitted, and then he started getting hits. He started hitting line drives over the infield. Like, they weren't even basic hits. They were line drives over the infield with one hand. Guys, that's amazing to think about. He really just tried, and he made a comeback. He tied it 9-9. 9-9. And I just and then Izzy stopped it at that. Went to extra innings. Nobody gave up any runs. So next thing you know, it's the top of the fifth. Excuse me again, guys. I'm sorry. And then next thing you know, Izzy gets on. Well, then Johnnie gets a double play. It was great, dude. It was great. Johnnie comes down, bases loaded. Izzy's really giving up right now. Her attitude's getting bad, and she just, yeah. Next thing you know, Johnnie hits a walk-off grand slam. One-handed, inside the park grand slam. That's crazy. That's crazy, guys. Final score 13-9. Now, we're going to talk about Izzy. Right now, Izzy is considered the number one prospect for pitching. She's number one rated to, actually do something this year. To fix it. Izzy, this is the thing, in my opinion. Izzy, if you guys hear that, that's me, sorry for changing the subject, but that's me getting my wiffle balls I bought some wiffle balls from the actual wiffle ball company, and got the 24 pack. It's nice. But yeah, basically Izzy would be a great pitcher. She'd be a great closing pitcher, in my opinion. And she doesn't really have the stamina to keep going, you know what I mean? But she really, you know what I mean? She doesn't have the stamina to be a starting pitcher. She doesn't have the mental attitude to be a starting pitcher, but she definitely has the mental attitude to be a closing pitcher. Because she goes in at the beginning. Literally, she goes in one inning. She has a great attitude. She's pitching some of the most nastiest pitches I've ever seen since probably I taught Johnnie that one, the reverse curve. That's probably the most, dirtiest pitches I've ever seen. So I think, if Izzy was to actually be taught how to do this, and taught how to actually, taught how to actually, pitch, and pitch it right, she could be very, very dangerous. Izzy is very, she seems very competitive, and she hates it to lose. She hates to lose. She seems very, very competitive, and we really like that about. Now, the thing is I think she would be a perfect sign for Maddox. I think Maddox should sign her. I've told him this. I said that he should sign her and try to mentor her into becoming the, closing pitcher of, a lifetime, dude. She could be the next, Riviera for MLW. I mean, that might be a little, drastic. But like, you guys get what I'm saying. She is complete filthy. She pitched some of the most nastiest curveballs slash sliders slash like what seemed to be a knuckleball slash drop curve. Probably all of those combined. She threw those. Now you might be wondering, how does she know how to do it? She doesn't. She just randomly threw it. Like it was just randomly thrown. She doesn't even know. She just would throw it really weird. I just don't get how she did it, but she did it, and she did it. She did it great, guys. Like I don't even know. Kind of get sidetracked here trying to set up this box, but anyways, it was crazy, guys. You know that she's good. You know that there's potential when I am saying something like there's something there. Um, right now she is rated the number one prospect. Izzy did get some hits yesterday. Now that's the downside to signing her though. She got some home runs yesterday. But the thing is Izzy barely hits half the time. Now the thing is could she hit off of most of the pitchers? I think she could. If she really tried, I think she could. Because yeah, it's great. Johnnie did try throwing some nasty curves yesterday, and he just couldn't. He just couldn't get it over the plate. You know what I mean? But yeah. So game update, as you guys might be wondering. So we had the game yesterday. We were supposed to have a game today, but it got canceled and postponed till tomorrow due to weather. Well, it rained like all night, so it's field conditions. Due to field conditions, it's too wet. It's so like soggy and stuff. So puddles everywhere. Oh my god! Oh my gosh! I'm so sorry. Anyways, no, I do not really know who's going to be playing tomorrow. Most likely, it will be either a 1v1 between Johnnie and Maddox, or it will be a 2v2. Well, I don't know if we can consider it a 2v2 because Strikers only has one player. But it will be a 2v2 teams game, Bombers versus the Strikers. Honestly, I would love to get back onto the field and play. Like, I really want to play. I feel great. I want to play. I want to pitch. I want to do all this. So, I have a feeling no matter what, you guys will see me play tomorrow. If we play tomorrow. It really depends, like I said, on field conditions because the field's kind of out of shape right now because, no one was taking care of it while we were gone. So, the grass is high. We have to get that done. But, basically, we will most likely play tomorrow. And it will most likely be a 2v2. Well, whatever. Bombers versus Strikers. There have been, I haven't said it yet because I've been waiting to figure out the actual details of it. But there is a third team that has been made in the MLWB league called the Bulldogs. The head coach is Lucas Moore. He played as a guest player for the Spunkers when Johnnie was the head coach of the Spunkers when it was Johnnie and Andrew on the team. Lucas is Andrew's brother, and he guest played for him when we played on the school field. That was when me and Maddox were on the Bombers. And then about maybe 2 weeks later, Johnnie disbanded the Spunkers. So Lucas started his own team called the Bulldogs. So he attempted to sign Johnnie. Johnnie declined that offer. He attempted to sign Maddox. Maddox declined the offer. He might be actually. There's some negotiations going on between him and Izzy right now. If him and Izzy were to be on a team, I think that would be a decent team, actually. I think that there would be some pretty good, plays between those two teams. You know what I mean? I think that would be probably the best, 2v2 team besides for the Bombers. I think they would definitely finish in third place. Most likely would play them in the World Series. But Considering that Izzy is not on his team, we do not know for sure. Now that Johnny's cleared, I'm super excited to be back on the field with him. I already said that. I just want to say, don't sleep. Don't sleep on Izzy. I think and I believe that she will most likely make some type of like comeback from her previous 2 seasons that have been absolute crap. I'm not I'm not even saying it to be like stupid or funny. I'm saying it to be truthful. They were really bad. And I think that she is going to come back this season and she's going to do great things. Uh, we're at 15 minutes. We'll probably stop at 16. This is Adam Taylor, the commissioner of MLWB. I appreciate you guys tuning in, and I appreciate you guys watching our exclusive stuff. We are really trying as hard as we can to start filming our games. If we do a 1v1 game tomorrow, I will most likely film it. But we are trying really hard. It's hard finding a camera with enough space to film a game, because our games are not like MLW up in Michigan. We are not like that. Our games take about an hour and 15 minutes averagely to play. Our longest game time this season was about 3 hours. We played a whole 9-inning game. So, yeah. That's all I have to say, but I'm really going to try my hardest to start filming games. I appreciate you guys, making all-star votes and stuff like that. I'm going to start opening the ballots again soon, I promise. And I just want to say thank you all, and thank you to the fans, thank you to everybody that helps support us. Once again, signing out, this is Adam Taylor, the commissioner. Hopefully see you guys tomorrow at game day.